We are still about 4 hours away from tip-off, but to get us ready for that late tip, let's get out to WYMT's Will Puckett and Marcus Browning, who are live from Kansas City. Guys.
Hello, Steve. The line behind us is starting to grow, and we've whipped out the umbrellas because much like the tears were flowing today as we said goodbye to Chief Meteorologist Andrew Dockery, the sky's starting to open up on us here, Marcus, but there's one big question that looms here in Kansas City.
It's the main question of the NCAA tournament, and it may seem like we're beating a dead horse at this point, but the main question is when will P.J. Washington come back for Kentucky? Coach John Calipari says that the doctors have cleared P.J. to play, but if he does, he will experience some pain following the game. So it all depends upon P.J. and what his pain tolerance might be for this injury should we see him take the court tonight. But should he play, how long can we expect him to take the court? Here's what Coach Cal had to say.
If he's at 80% and I see it, I probably won't. I'll say, hey, man, let's just wait. We'll figure out if we can do this without you. If he's terrific, I mean, what I did with Reed, I asked Reed, how many minutes did I play you when you came back? He played 15, 18 minutes. If PJ plays more than that, I would be stunned, surprised. If he doesn't play at all, I would not be surprised. So we'll just have to see.
Wait and see we shall. It's been a waiting game up until this point, so watch a couple more hours. We will definitely have an answer come approximately 9:59.
Just about 10 o'clock, Marcus. And we were walking up and down Grand Boulevard here, which we stand on right now, looking for Big Blue Nation members, and we found some. But we also saw a little bit of red. And when we talked to both fan bases, Marcus, there's one thing you can say. They're both pretty confident. Kentucky fans have been here before, and the term cautiously optimistic is the proper one to use today.
If PJ plays, I feel pretty good, but otherwise it could go either way.
The saga of this guy, P.J. Washington. It continues for the second week in a row. But Kentucky fans say tonight's game is a little more of a cushion if the sophomore star plays.
My opinion is they're going to play him in key moments. I think his minutes are going to be limited. My guess is he'll put in 10 to 20 minutes, but I hope he's out there.
Kentucky fans almost always emit confidence, but there's a group in red this weekend who are doing the same.
Feeling very good about the game, very strong.
My man here is what he calls a clutch City-onian, and thinks Houston is the superior basketball squad tonight.
Just superior basketball, superior coaching, and we'll have more fun doing it.
But Big Blue Nation says not so fast.
Kentucky by 12.
82-69, Cats.
Kentucky by 4.
Cats 76, Houston 62.
Say 6 or 7.
UK by 6.
Kentucky by 10.
Cautiously optimistic, Marcus. We will find out at approximately 9:59 on TBS. I'll be back in just a bit, and he'll be back in sports. But for now, we'll send it back to you in the studio. Live outside the Sprint Center, I'm Will Puckett. He's Marcus Browning.
All right, guys, thank you very much for your great work in Kansas City this week. Now to our latest live web poll. We want to know if you think PJ should play tonight. Looks like 64% say yes, about 36% say no. Of course, stay tuned. We'll find out soon enough. Well, we will get you set for UK and Houston beginning at 6:30 with Wildcat warm-up. That's over on our second channel, H&I. And once again, Kentucky has the very late game tonight. You can catch the Cats in Houston on TBS. That's around 10 o'clock. Then stay up with us for Sports Overtime, which will be sometime after midnight. And we'll be keeping an eye on this part of Lexington. Not much going on now, but this is a live look at State Street. And when the Cats win, it always fills with Cats fans celebrating the night. Very calm right now, but hopefully a little later the street will be filled with excited fans.
Well, we need something to be excited about because of the weekend forecast. Certainly not the best, and hopefully we could be indoors for most of this weekend enjoying some Kentucky basketball. Notice clouds right now at Buffalo Mountain. You'll notice a little bit of a sunset trying to peek through the cloud cover. Still mostly cloudy at this time, even there in Perry County. And the National Weather Service camera, not much changing. Cloudy skies, the big story, and that continues on satellite radar with a few isolated showers now across the Cumberland Valley area. area in Wayne County, Pulaski County, and even McCreary County. Those temperatures, they're in the upper 60s. They'll drop to the lower 50s tonight, and you could figure that out by downloading the WYMT weather app wherever you go. You'll notice by tonight, temperatures in the 50s by 11 o'clock. Rain chances staying at 20% all the way throughout the morning until we bump them up by tomorrow afternoon. Steve, more on that Saturday forecast coming up in a few short minutes.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Some big news today concerning former Eric C. Kahn clients who need their benefits reinstated. Last November, judges with the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that the Social Security Administration's redetermination hearings were unconstitutional. Today, a motion to have that ruling looked at by the entire court was denied. WYMT's Justin Case explains what this could mean for former Kahn clients. Justin.
Steve, former Kahn clients I just talked with here at the law office of Ned Pillersdorf here in downtown Prestonsburg, they say that they've really not felt this much optimism in the case since it began close to 4 years ago. Now, because the entire 6th Circuit Court of Appeals ruled against looking at the case once more, a previous ruling from a 3-judge panel at the Court of Appeals will now stand. Now, there are 13 former clients whose cases were being reviewed by the Court of Appeals, but attorneys representing those clients and many others in the community say that what they can do now is take today's ruling and apply it to other cases where they are also fighting to get former Kahn clients' benefits reinstated.
I got an order from the South Carolina federal judge that he was not going to do anything in the case till he saw how the Hicks case was finally resolved. So that's a very good indication that today's ruling not only affects the 13 who won, but will logically affect the 800 who lost their benefits.
Steve, now I talked with Ned Pillersdorf a little bit more about what's next. He says that the Social Security Administration can appeal the ruling from today to the U.S. Supreme Court. They have 90 days to do that. Now, if they are unsuccessful, then today's ruling will stand. And that would actually put all of the nearly 800 former clients one step closer to getting all of their benefits reinstated. We're going to have much more on this coming up tonight at 11. Steve?
All right, Justin, thank you. A drone conference continues through the weekend here in Hazard. It's the first conference held by the USA Drone Port at Hazard Community and Technical College. It includes speakers and attendees from across the country, along with various exhibits and drone classes. Several speakers are affiliated with the decision-making in U.S. military technology. U.S. Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao, Governor Matt Bevin, and Congressman Hal Rogers will all be speaking tomorrow. We hope to learn by the end of the weekend whether members of the United Steelworkers Union will accept a new contract with Appalachian Regional Healthcare. Leaders with the union and healthcare provider met at the bargaining table this week. While they were able to come to a compromise, the final decision will be made by about 2,200 ARH employees. A new 3-year contract would avoid a potential strike. The group called Jewel Breakers from Johnson County Middle School co-sponsored Senate Bill 218 that addresses Juuls, a type of e-cigarettes, in schools. Students traveled to Frankfort twice to speak on behalf of the bill, but that bill was not brought up on the floor of the House to be voted on.
We're not going to give up.
We want to keep fighting and try to get our explanation from them so that we actually know why they didn't pass our bill or even vote on it.
I think we're definitely due an explanation.
Students say e-cigarettes are becoming a bigger problem in schools. As part of an effort known as the Power Up the Pantry food drive throughout our region, many local organizations have collected literally tons of food. In the Hazard Independent School System, the 3 schools competed to see who could collect the most. WYMT's Connor James has more.
At Hazard Middle School,
yeah, only one box.
A mountain of meals makes its way
Put these in there.
Out of the building.
I mean, it almost brings tears to my eyes.
And into a car destined for a pantry.
This feels great, helping people, you know.
Hank Pelfrey,
I don't know what to do with this box,
is not just here to help, but to win.
Over 10,000 items this week. I mean, it's been just amazing.
Superintendent Sandra Johnson challenged her schools to see who could collect the most food.
No-brainer, right? Knowing how many of our families rely on food pantries, it was something that we embraced.
And at the end of the week, the middle school had the most.
Awesome, because, you know, the high school was up like 2,000 the other day. We just came back. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable for others, too.
I'm excited and grateful.
Like Joel Pinson, all of that food is going to his pantry.
For me, what's exciting is the fact that the kids have done this. You know, that we've seen, I think, 1,100 students from 3 different schools get involved, and this is the results, you know.
All 3 schools are winners. Everyone gets ice cream.
And everyone else who needs it will get meals. In Perry County, Connor James, WYMT Mountain News.
And we are certainly pleased to be one of the partners for the Power Up the Pantry Day long food drive to replenish food pantries across the region. It will take place 1 week from today, Friday, April 5th, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. There will be 2 drop-off locations in Hazard and Prestonsburg. We have more information on our website, WYMT.com.
Well, those clouds are increasing. We'll stay warm for your Saturday before the showers and storms, they finally work in here. We'll break down that full weekend forecast coming up in a few short minutes.
And Kansas City, one of those places known for its barbecue. Looks like Sam Dick is enjoying it. In 3 minutes, we'll toss things back to Marcus Browning to check on one place that claims they've perfected the process.